Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Sit down and relax as we are about to read some manga I've had my eyes on for a while. I recommend opening the official scans or translations linked in the description and reading along with me, since my streams will obscure the pages for copyright reasons and because I want to support the creators behind the works. You can find me on my socials that are linked in the description, so subscribe to or follow some European chick outside of YouTube if you want to get to know me better or support me. Now without further ado, let's read. Chainsaw Man. Oopsie. OBS is not listening to me today. Let me just fix the chat. Should be fixed now. I don't see anyone. Wow. Beautiful. Yes, we are catching up. Hi, welcome. You can hear me probably. OBS is playing a few pranks on me today. Let's hope it doesn't turn into something more dramatic and it just stays a little silly like that, okay? So, let me just try something. Yeah, it's not working. So usually when I press a specific key on my keyboard, the scene changes in OBS. It's not working. I have to do it with my mouse, which is, well, not ideal, but okay, it's still working. Look, it's not as smoothly, but hey, it's working somehow. All right, and also I changed my mic settings a little bit. So I hope you can understand me pretty well, that the volume is okay, that the sound is nice and crisp, that my voice is like usual. Epi and I worked on that, so I hope it's okay. So anyway, I haven't streamed in like a month again. When did I stream the last time? Hold on, let me check. It's good that I have myself open in YouTube right now. Oh, apparently I don't. It's gone now. It's okay. It's okay. Nothing's working today. But at least we're streaming. Alright, let's just get straight into the chapter. So the last thing we read was basically Barham revealing that he has contracted around 350,000 people to the Fire Devil, and they weren't just random people, that they were the most devout followers of Chainsaw Man, and in order to have the population fear Chainsaw Man, like, oops, the ambulance. Yeah, you can't hear it probably. So in order for the population to fear Chainsaw Man again, what better way to do that than to just get rid of those who adore him in the same swoop as making people transform into Chainsaw Man and do atrocities. You know, what's it called? Two birds, one stone, something like that. You get rid of the hardcore fans, so the only people in the population left are those who fear Chainsaw Man, and those who were kind of, you know, not so sure about him, those were also dealt with because massacres happen now. So Nayuta also revealed that that was Fami's plan, to make the War Devil feared by the population and also Chainsaw Man. And then Quan Chi appeared, which we are thankful for. Hi, welcome. And then someone, I think, accused Nayuta of being... Oh yeah, it was Barham. Accused Nayuta of being a witch in order to, you know, make the people go after Nayuta, which would obviously result in Denji transforming in order to protect her. So let's see what's happening. And also, I think a random pedestrian accused Denji of of being a wannabe dude. I don't remember. I rewatched my stream a little over an hour ago and I still don't remember. Anyway, let's switch to, oh yeah, I got to do that with the mouse now. There we go. Wow, so smooth. Nice transition. Ah, go back. Yeah, there we go. A pedestrian pointing at Denji. I love how Quanshi is just standing in front of Denji very protectively, like a real mother, you know? You can be a lesbian and a mother to a boy. Why not? A boy and his little sister. It's cute how they're still holding hands. Denji's holding now Yuta's hand. And also what happened to this bitch? Quanshi bit into her in order to regenerate quickly and also to do some, I guess, some sexual stuff for comedic relief in the manga. But what about her wound now? Her stomach should be bleeding. Also, did you know that human bites are pretty bad? I think the infection of human bites, if I remember correctly, is worse than an infection by a dog bite. Because your body rejects the DNA of another human's body. Which is why also cannibalism isn't quite as smooth as you'd expect it to be. You know, the body's immune system is just rejecting a human flesh, human DNA. So it's not easy eating humans as a human. That's just for your information in case you're thinking about becoming a cannibal, you know, just laying out the pros and cons. Now you have one con. Okay, Chainsaw Man chapter 148, Room 606 Sword. Okay, so these chapter titles are a little spoilery. So I'm expecting Asa to succeed in transforming the room into a weapon and maybe defeating Yoshida. Hopefully. He's a wannabe Chainsaw Man. Oh yeah, there are random pedestrians accusing him of being a wannabe Chainsaw Man. Why? Are you sure? Hey, what's going on over there? I'm not one of them, man. You don't fool me. You could turn at any moment. I know one when I see one. You... Bitch. Bitch. This plague of wannabe Chainsaw Mans happened literally 30 seconds ago. How can you claim to be an expert in that already? How could you form credentials in such a short amount of time? Stop spewing nonsense. You're making me mad. The disrespectful kids like you all turn into pseudo-chainsaw men. So usually in order to make such generalizing statements, you need to have some empirical evidence that is kind of serving as a basis for this generalized statement, you know? What fucking empirical evidence do you have for this? Turning into Chainsaw Man wannabes just happened a minute ago. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? I fucking hate you. I saw it again and again. Where? Where have you seen that? Except a minute ago. Oh my god. I usually love old people. I really do. Because they're kind of like babies, but with a little more agency. And they like to spoil young people. And I like being the baby of the group, okay? I like being the baby of the group. So I like being among old people. But I hate old people like this. Thank God not many of them are like that. At least I haven't met that many like that. Maybe it's just luck. But I hate him. What the hell? Wait, we're public safety devil hunters. Look, I have proof. We saw a public safety agent turn into one of them too. Oh. So one of them maybe yeah, oh. You know, so, some public safety dude in a previous chapter said they had infiltrators, they had some moles in the cult. So I'm assuming it was them that turned into Chainsaw Man 2.0, but why were they authorized into getting into that contract? Or did they do it without actually explaining things to their superiors? They just got into a contract with the Fire Devil and didn't tell their superiors about that. And they had to do the marriage. No, I think the mass marriage just happened simultaneously previously. Or is marriage tied to the contract? Like, it's fine to assume everyone who's married in that church is also contracted, but is it the other way around too? Everyone who is contracted is also married? Or is just married people a subgroup of everyone who's contracted to the Fire Devil? Hi, Oliver. Welcome. Anyway, we saw a public safety agent turn into one of them too. So what? Who's that bald guy? Who's that bald guy? Did he just survive Baram's sneak attack or what? Who the fuck is that? Who are you? He did survive Baram's bamboozle. Sorry, kid. No, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck? Who is that? Sorry, kid. Show us your chest for our peace of mind. That panel out of context. Sorry, kid. Show us your chest for our peace of mind. Glorious. We don't have time for this. Told you he was suspicious. Yeah, so what are you gonna do? Shoot him? That's not gonna do anything. Denji. That's Denji. I mean, you can shoot him. Hi, hello. Show us your chest, now! This entire page out of context is so fucking weird. But if you know it's Chainsaw Man, you know why they're saying that. Why they're insisting of a little boy showing his chest for the peace of mind of older people. Aw, look at Quan Chi. She's so pretty. Run. Yeah, run. Listen to the princess. The queen, Queen Chi. But, oh, the way he picked up Nayuta. Oh. But who the fuck are you? Like, if you're from the public safety, the guy that survived Baram's bamboozle, his little prank, then he knows who Denji is. Then who, if he isn't that guy, who the fuck is this bald guy just pulling out a gun on him? Who the fuck, why do these civilians have guns? I know that these church members have guns, but who the fuck is he? Okay, I honestly don't care for Fumiko. Like, shoot her first, please. I don't like molesters of children. You can go ahead, you have my permission to shoot her. Hey, wait! Shooting. Oh, Quan Chi caught a bullet for Denji. Even though she knows Denji is immortal just like her and he's gonna survive that shot. she still did it for him. Oh my god. I love this. Oh, new ship. I want Quanchi. When I talk about ship, I mean relationship of any kind, okay? I want Quanchi to be his adoptive mom. Because there it's guaranteed that it's not anything suspicious, because Quanchi's not interested in little boys. She's not interested in grooming a boy for her own interest. She likes girls. And I want her somehow to be this protective, caring, parental figure in Denji's life now, just because of this panel. Which would be kind of cute if you consider that Kishibe is... I want him to be the dad and Quanchi to be the mom, and then they could both be family without having anything sexual going on, but at least Kishibe has the love of his life by his side, and he's a dad and she's a mom, and they are a married couple without anything sexual or romantic going on. They're just sharing responsibilities. I'm talking out of my ass, because where the fuck has Kishibe been so far? He's just dropped off a child to a child and said, take care of her. Bye. He's like that Sailor Moon meme where this masked, I forget his man, he's Phantom, I forgot his name, where he's like, my job here is done, as he drops off Nayuta in front of Denji, like, my job here is done, and Denji's like, you didn't do anything, and he just goes and leaves. In a very cool manner. He just leaves, he never shows up again. At least if he paid a little bit of alimonies or something to Denji to support him and Nayuta financially, he didn't just give Denji a child, he also gave him 7 dogs and a cat to take care of. That is insane. He's just a child too. So anyway, that is pure asinine headcanon, but I want Quanchi and Kishibe. Quanchi can have her harem of women. I just want her to have like a parental role in Denji's life, like a mentor figure, but also like a mother figure, and Kishibe to step up and do that too. I don't care where he is right now and what he's doing. He should drop that and return and take care of Denji. Where's the Pochita plush? It's up there on my shelf. Oh, hold on. Maybe I can show you. I can just take Pochita. Hold on. There we go. Please stand on your own. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Where is the old awesome guy? Where is Kobeni? Where is Pochita plush? Oh my god. Quanchi teaching Denji how to please a woman would be wild. That's not something that I would want from a mother. Like, that's something there are some things you don't need to talk about with your parents. You can, but also you can figure it out on your own. You can maybe talk about, it would be good if you had, insights into the female psyche, because we're such a mysterious foreign species. Like, we're just so different from man. Like, we don't know what loneliness is. We don't know what suffering is. We don't know what deep, complex feelings are. Only guys, and guys who read Vagabond and Berserk. Only they know what being a man is like, and therefore what being human is like, you know. Universal human experiences don't exist. So women are just, separate from that. Female experiences are so different from men's. I'm, exaggerating. There are differences, from a sociological perspective. I, as a woman, have more in common with other women, be they black women, white women, whatever, than with a white man. But, in my opinion, but only because I ally myself with the oppressed. I'm not saying I am as oppressed as other minorities somewhere are. I'm just saying I'm always going to be on their side and never on the establishment side. There you go. But I'm just saying there are certain things that women go through that men don't go through, and vice versa. And having Quan Chi fulfill that role where she teaches him about what women go through and how women think about certain things because of experiences within society and the expectations we have of women, that is genuinely insightful, valuable, great. Educational, informational, that is great. Denji could benefit from that. But when it comes to sex techniques, I don't think you want to talk about that with your mother or, mother figure. I think some things are fine if you figure it out by yourself. Or ask your friends. You don't need to talk to your mother about those things. I think it's okay if you do, but I personally, there's a certain limit to, I do want to get to know my mother as best as I can, but there are certain things I'm just not curious about. I don't need to know that, I don't need to know. You really think he wouldn't be that curious? I think he would be curious, but there's a difference between having a mother who's been there by your side your whole life and you asking that of her, and someone who just came into your life right now, is a young woman, a very experienced, wise, old soul. She is fucking old. So that person coming into your life now and being more like a mentor, friend type of figure. It doesn't need to be like a mom. I think it's impossible at this point. Denji is 16, 17. But like a type of friendship, guidance, caregiver who's more like a friend. So maybe asking Quan Chi that is not that problematic. Maybe it's not that problematic. You're right. It would be different if she was actually his adoptive mom since a very young age. But yeah, she could be very good guidance when it comes to the female population. That part of the population that that Denji is attracted to. I can't talk anymore. Have you seen the Yoshida Bean? No? He knows she had multiple girlfriends. He doesn't. At this point, he doesn't. He never got to know Quan Chi. We know. We as readers know. Denji doesn't know. But also, while we're talking about, sex advice from lesbians, there was a study that I read in, I think, 2015 or 16 that showed... Now, how do I explain this? The satisfaction of couples with their sex life and if they orgasm, basically. So they looked at couples that are heterosexual and then homosexual guys and homosexual girls. And the findings of that study were that homosexual girls had the most satisfied sex life. So, and it does make sense. You know, you as a girl have the same body as that other girl. So if you explore each other, you know each other's body, and you already know your body. So, and you know, you have the same body with similar preferences, perhaps. I don't know. It's easier, you know, I would imagine. So getting sex advice from a lesbian would be very beneficial to Denji. He could be the ultimate. What the fuck am I talking about? He could be the master of pleasuring women if he just took a Quan Chi course on that. Because lesbians are already, you know, the best at pleasuring women. So if he's learning from a lesbian, he could become one of those sex gurus. What are they called? Like, what is one of those famous ones? There was a famous like sex guru who can like do his with his mind power. He can just manifest an orgasm. So I guess the G spot has always been your inner eye or something. I don't know. I forgot what his name was, but he was a freak. He could be better than him. Denji could be better than him. Girl, what you were passing through to read this? What? It looks so cute and stupid at the same time. What? The Yoshida bean. I have not seen that bean. Anyway, let's continue reading. I think it's cute. That was a long ass rant. I am so sorry about that. This tangent shouldn't have taken that long. Just because of this panel of Quan Chi taking a bullet for Denji. And the man is now... Whoa! Is he aiming at Fumiko? Oh, no. You shouldn't do that in front of Quan Chi. You should never threaten women in front of Quan Chi. Your arm is gonna be gone. I'm warning you, guy. I'm warning you. Do not threaten a woman's life in front of the biggest feminist in Chainsaw Man. The protector of all women. Quan Chi. Run. Okay. Oh, that was a cool transition. That was a cool transition. Look, the blood dripping here down this panel, and in this panel, the blood dropping is continuing, but it's Asa's blood. That was a cool transition. That was a cool scene change. That is great. That has some Satoshi Kon-esque feeling, but in manga, it's so cool. I love it. I love Fujimoto. Her arm gone. As I said, technically, she could use her other arm to grab her severed arm and turn it into a weapon. But, you know, if the War Devil's power just relies on her having a hand to grab something, then just getting rid of the hands incapacitates the War Devil, basically. Why does Yoshida look so shocked? Like, he did that. Why does he look so shocked at the severed arm? Bitch, you did that. Oh. I missed you in your rants. Oh, hi, David. Thank you. Thank you. But still, why does he look shocked? I doubt he could have... He stopped. He stopped just in time for in order to not sever her other hand. But why does he look so shocked? Ow! Octopus! Yoshida. He's shocked because Asa managed to stop his sword with her hand. Now, I don't think she stopped the sword. How could she? She just has a human hand, and her arm got severed the last time. Her hand could have been severed just as easily. I think he stopped just in time, and he's shocked because of what he's doing. Which, you know, if you remember Yoshida from part 1, he was so freaky because he did not hesitate in killing humans. Granted, they were humans that are contracted to devils and were about to assassinate Denji, and his job was to protect Denji. But he did not even blink. He did not break a sweat. He did not stop smiling eerily when he was killing humans. But here, he's genuinely distraught. He does not want to harm Asa. Which, I mean, get a job change, bitch. If you don't want to harm humans, get a job change. You're 17 or 18. You have your whole future ahead of you. You don't need to be doing this. Just resign. Go do part-timing at Family Burgers. I don't care. Do something productive instead of harming human beings, which you seemingly don't want to be doing. So fucking stop. Am I supposed to feel bad for you? Or empathize or sympathize with you now that you're so shocked that you actually severed a girl's arm? You still did it, bitch. I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for Asa, whose arm you severed. But okay, someone said he's shocked because she stopped his sword. It's explained later in the chapter. Okay, that's a spoiler, but okay, then my entire rant was for nothing. Yeah, mods are pretty slow. In this case, Epi is slow, but thanks for coming, Epi. You don't need to. You're busy and also recuperating from a fucking traffic accident. But anyway. What did that survey say about gay men? Gay men came, I think, after heterosexual couples. First, it was homosexual women, and then homosexual men and heterosexual, I think, as far as I remember, but I don't remember that much because I was focused on the lesbians, because, let's be honest, that's more interesting. But yeah, that is, I think they were pretty close, but I think homosexual men were above the heterosexual couples. Octopus, room 606, sword. Oh, the entire fucking room is gone. What is the octopus wrapping around? Uh-oh, I'm curious about the sword. She always transforms things into swords, never into guns. Or something like that. It's always these weapons that you wield with one hand and that are not, you know, what are they called? Far range weapons? It's never, you know, something that can fire things at other people and stay in your hand, like a contraption that stays in your hand and the weapon is shot at your victims. It's always a sword. Ooh. Ooh, and look at Yoru. I love this panel. I love this. She looks lovely. I love it. I need to look at it. That looks so cute. Almost like a magical girl transformation, but a little bloodier. I love it. Oh, she's gonna fight in socks. Oh no. Look how happy she looks. She looks so cute here. This is such a cute panel. I love it. Do you know what I mean? It looks like a cover art. I don't know. I can't talk. But the way she's looking into the distance, but also close by, her eyes are not focused, and she's just looking really happy, like, and holding the sword that she transformed her room into, and she's just wielding it so easily, even though it looks so fucking big and heavy. And the pose, like, it's not sexualized, it's a little dynamic. You know, she's a little, her upper body's a little turned to her side while her legs are in the front, and she landed so gracefully. Her hair is just wafting to the side. It's just such an aesthetically pleasing panel. It's beautiful. You're finally winning. I can finally catch you live. Well, welcome. We turned it into a weapon without even touching it. How? Yes, incredible! Ah ha 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 ha! Our power is increasing. Oh. Your power is increasing. That's how you found out. Maybe it was the arm that was touching the floor that activated it. Maybe, you know, you were still connected somehow, neurologically or something, with the severed arm. I don't know. And Yoshida is like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh no, do you think he thinks he has a chance? I mean, he fought against Quan Chi and he was pretty good against her. And she was like the most powerful fighter and the oldest weapon hybrid. The first time in 50 chapters that Yodo isn't being pathetic. Yeah, I love that. But also it was Asa's doing. Fucking hell, I hate his bangs. Cut your bangs, bitch. That way, get a fucking buzz cut. I don't care. That way no one can grab your hair in a fight and pull out the roots of your hair or fucking scalp you. And you have a clear view of what's in front of you. Get a buzz cut, bitch. He would also look so much hotter with a buzz cut. I am personally a fan of guys shaving their heads. Like, not in a Nazi way. But like, you know, a few millimeters are still there, but it's, you know, a very fine buzz cut. And then you have earrings, and you have very dark eyes. Then you're unstoppable. Then you're the sexiest motherfucker alive. I'm not saying he should do that to look sexy. I want him to fucking cut his bangs because obviously the bangs are impairing his vision. Look at that sword. And now, there we have a character that is, you know how people are like, and people, I'm talking about seinen fuckboys, they're like looking at guts and they're like, oh, he's just like me for real. And it's, you know, a big dude swinging a big ass sword. Meanwhile, you're what? A keyboard warrior. But anyway, look at Asa now. Would you be saying now, oh, she's just like me for real? Because she's also swinging a big sword. Isn't that so relatable to guys? now you should be able to relate with a female character. This is something that I fucking hate. A lot of guys saying they can't relate to female characters when these characters are just like so fucking realistic and human that the experience is universal to identify with. Like, how are women able to identify with male characters, but men are never able to identify with female characters? Like, get over yourself. Okay? You're a real human being. A real human being. Like a legit human being. If you can see yourself in others and others in yourself, then you're gonna be a very humane human, a very good human, and you're not gonna care about gender. There you go. Oh, my mom is just in the other room and screaming. I hope you don't hear her. She's on the phone. I can't relate to anyone with good hair. Joke. Men that can't relate to female characters have never spoken to a woman in their lives. Yeah. I relate. I also have one arm. I mean, that wasn't specifically what I was talking about, but I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I knew I related to Asa the moment she tripped and accidentally killed the chicken devil. Asa was me from the very first appearance. Like when she was walking around school and being a hater. That was so me. Love when Elda starts talking about things like this. Oh, I'm happy if you love that. In that case, come again. Stay here. Subscribe. Okay. Something exploded in the background. What the fuck? This might take some adjustment. What the fuck happened? Yo, did she shoot something at Yoshida and miss him by a hair? And it propelled her backwards. You know what I appreciate about Fujimoto, even though he likes drawing women's butts in a very exaggerated manner, I'm still happy that he gave the female school uniforms such long skirts. Because even in shoujo manga, you see that all the fucking time. They have these super short skirts, and when they sit down or crouch, these female characters with the super short skirts, somehow you never see the panties. It's like skirt magic. And I'm glad that Fujimoto didn't see a need in showing bare legs and using this this skirt physics on Asa. He just gave women long skirts, and female schoolgirls, he gave them long skirts. I like that. She isn't used to her new speed. Oh, wait. I thought she shot something at him. Meanwhile, she charged at him and missed him by a hair and landed in the opposite building. Okay. She sped past him and crashed into the wall because she hasn't gotten used to her speed yet. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, I get it now. The cowardly octopus already fled. This might take some adjustment. The cowardly octopus already fled. Did he? Has Yoshida always been this type of coward? I mean, he fought Quan Chi. Hey. Okay, here the skirt is still flying upwards, but at least we don't see, you know, a panty shot. I hate it when, especially male mangaka, for the male gaze of their male audience, have to include some type of panty shot. Fucking hate that trope. At least we don't have that here with Asa and Yoru. Also, you should stop that bleeding, girl. It's not good to just have a severed arm. You should stop the bleeding. The world remembers me at long last. Oh. 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 As soon as there was a war between the populace and Chainsaw Man, this fear of wars grew because it was amidst the Tokyoite population, and that immediately made Yoru stronger. They don't even need to fear Yoru or Asa, they just need to fear violent conflict between large parties. Okay. And she realized that mid-fight, how her powers grew. Who's that? Who's that grilled person in front of her? I hope that's not Yoshida. But also, did Yoshida really flee? He fought Quan Chi. He's not a coward, is he? To be honest, it didn't really feel sexual that time. Which time? Which time are you talking about? Overkill 1. Famine saved her. In a way. I cannot wait for Asa and Denji Yeah, for them to reunite. I'm looking forward to that too. I want there to be a romance between them. I know, but still, it did feel unnecessary for that to occur in the Yuko fight. What? What are we talking about? The Yuko fight? I don't remember. Oh, that one scene where she took off her school uniform. Yeah. That was a little questionable. I understand that Fujimoto had to give her some weapon, and he was like, fuck, I should have planned it out sooner, probably. The only thing she has left on herself is her clothes. So I'm gonna make up some shit like, that was a present from my mom. I mean, who else is gonna buy you your uniform? That was a little questionable, but at least it wasn't really sexualized because her body looked so normal. Her body and her underwear, nothing was really sexualized. That the scene in question happened was a little weird, but at least when it happened, it wasn't really that sexualized. Like, there was nothing erotic about the way her body was drawn, you know, with a weird stance and weird proportions that fit the male gaze. She just had a normal body, you know. And her underwear. It was just so normal, so plain, just so functional. There was nothing sexy about it, if you know what I mean. I shipped Asaden until I realized that she likes men too easily, according to Yoru. It's a red flag. What? What? I mean, in that case, Denji likes women too easily too. It's, you know, I hate this. Another rant. But I know someone who's had a few boyfriends, right? And when that person got another boyfriend, after a year of them being together, suddenly this guy had a problem with the girl having had boyfriends before him. And he insinuated basically that she was a slut, when she just gave love a chance over and over again. Like, you have to put yourself into this vulnerable position, into being intimate with another human being. It's not easy for a lot of people. And she still, after getting hurt by every boyfriend, she still gave men a chance. And I I think that's beautiful, to be honest. So for him to see that as something scandalous, grotesque, something that she should be ashamed of, I think that's fucking misogynistic and toxic. Girls who fall easily for men, it's not because they're harlots, but because they're just they like love. They like being in love, and they probably fell for their kindness, for their attractiveness, for their, it's usually also a sense of humor, understanding, intelligence. Like, it's little things. It's little things that poke you, and then you're maybe like, oh fuck, I can't fall for him. He seems so perfect to me now. And of course, that's like an idealized image that forms in the heat of the moment. But it doesn't mean that they're like sluts. It's more like their hearts are just so pure that they're afraid they're gonna easily be swayed by someone because they're showing interest in them. Because everyone wants to have someone be interested in them and then have a nice, cute relationship with them. I think that's cute. Elmo, Jujutsu Kaisen should take notes about the bodies. They are perfect for each other. Yeah, exactly. And same thing with Denji. Denji just wants to be loved. And when someone is showing him a smidgen of interest, he's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna give my life for her. And I think that's pure. I think that's cute. Sure, it could land him in some hot water, but from his perspective, that's just something good happening, something positive, something that's gonna lift his spirits, gonna make him look forward to seeing another human being, make him go giddy when he has to meet, when he sees that other person, have palpitations when that other person sits next to him, have his heart drop when the person touches his hand. I think that's cute. I think it's cute to fall for someone who's showing interest in you. It shows you're pure and not that you're a harlot, okay? Okay? So, it's weird when you say that you shipped Asa Den until you found out that Asa easily falls for men, but the same can be said about Denji. They're basically the same. They fit each other so well. They're like yin and yang, but same, you know? They're different, but the sameness inside them, it brings them together, makes them complete. It's weird to say that about Asa, but be fine with that when it's Denji, who's a guy. So yeah. Double standard. Exactly, it's a double standard. Hypocritical behavior like that is nonsensical. Yes, I have to agree. Love is trial and error. Not everything is perfect in one take. Again, men always thinking everything is sexual in nature. Exactly. What's wrong with someone who has a lot of experience? I see that as a plus. Exactly. I bet their relationship was already messed up to a point that he just used this as an excuse to end up, but I don't know, some people are really crazy. What? And it's funny too, because when it's a man that's dated several women, it's good. They're a player. Yeah, it's stupid. Double standards are stupid. Denji and Asa are greener than the flag of Pakistan when it comes to being green flags. Yo soy Asa. Same here. They both need to mature from that mindset before they date each other. What do you mean? You think it's immature to fall for someone? I mean, if they're both interested in each other and then end up together, they're probably not going to be interested in other people anymore because now they have someone and they're devoted to each other. There's no need to mature before that. They can mature with each other. And it's not a trait that needs to be erased. I think it's a trait that can be strengthened when you have found the right person. And the right person is not someone you have to chase. It's the person that's going to stay. And a person that's staying gives you security. So there is no need to be to easily fall for other people, because you have the stability now with that other person you already fell for and who fell for you. You're both great with each other, complete each other, are devoted to each other, loyal to each other. So it's not a bug that they need to fix before getting into a relationship with each other. They both have that trait. They should live out that trait with each other, you know? Asaden forever, exactly. I don't think that this characteristic of Denji is cute, just very sad. He's just desperate for affection. Yeah, but see, this is something that I find innocent. It's cute because it's innocent. It has this childlike thing, even though, yes, of course, he's looking for sex with women, because he's desperate for affection, because he never got it from women. I said in another video that he probably hates men because they've actively harmed him in his life, whereas women were absent during his formative years. So he holds women to this standard of a savior that can save him from men who are actively harming him. And then there's women who have never done anything wrong with him. They've never helped him, sure, but have also never actively harmed him. So he's chasing after them for salvation. And then part one starts, and it's these women that he's chasing that are also actively harming him. It's basically the message is both men and women are complicit in the destruction of someone's childhood, or actively, you know, participating in the destruction of someone's childhood. And villainizing one group, men, that's why Denji's so homophobic, you know, and idolizing another group, it is harmful to you. But that's another discussion, you know, that's about Denji's unfulfilled needs and desire that we're talking about. But when it comes to, you know, pure love, you know, with someone from the same age group, doesn't matter which sex they are, we just want Denji to be happy and healthy, right? As readers, we just want that for him. So we don't really care if he falls for a woman or for a guy. We just want that when he falls for someone, that it's a healthy relationship that will make his life better. So I'm not saying it's cute that he has these issues, these complex issues. I'm saying people in general craving love and giving love another chance when it fails, and being very receptive to falling in love. I think that trait in general is a pure thing to have, because that's usually also what children do. You know, they forgive their parents all the time. They love their parents no matter how mean they are to them. Children are just bundles of love that are so strong in that love. Their love is almost indestructible. And when that type of trait survives into adulthood, and into adolescence and then adulthood, or like just a part of it, then I think that is something that can keep you going. Yeah, it can bring a lot of desperation too if you have some issues with what kind of partners you seek out, sure. If you fall into domestic violence and can barely get out of it, or you can get out of it only to get into another cycle of abuse because you're subconsciously seeking out other abusive partners because you never really dealt with that kind of issue, yeah, that's a little problematic. Yeah, you should deal with that. But I'm just saying in general, regardless of what type of partners you seek out, this kernel of giving love a chance and retaining love for other people and potential love for partners, I think that's a very strong trait to have. People who have that are very strong people, and we should admire them. That was a long-ass tangent. I'm sorry about that. Is the same men love harem anime too? That's why we love him. No, it's immature to like everyone who treats you nicely. I don't think so. I like people who are nice to me. I don't fall in love with them. But it's also, I don't think it's immature. If you think it's also immature to watch anime when you're an adult, go ahead, think that. But it's okay to like cartoons as an adult too, you know. There's some traits that even if you have them as an adult, I don't think it makes you immature just automatically because you have that trait. But we're both talking about this childlike innocence of that trait. Only you think it's immature, and I think it's strengthening. It can be. It depends on the person, but just in general, the idea of that trait is a beautiful thing to me. Denji just needs someone who's as much a girl failure as he's a boy failure. Yeah. And that's just awesome. Yeah. Give the boy a break. All of the people were horrible in his life, especially the men. So when someone, especially a woman, is nice to him, he'll grab onto it as he's never known kindness. Exactly. They don't even have anyone to teach them right or wrong. How are they supposed to mature suddenly? Yeah, exactly. They can mature with each other, as I said. Plus, even the closest man in Denji's life is Aki, and he bet Denji senseless on the first day on the job. Denji is probably not desperate for love, only because he's lonely, because he's trying to fulfill the void that the deaths of power and Aki left in him. Yeah, he just needs some sense of love, whether it's parental, familial, or romantic love. He just needs to feel loved. That's why he also didn't mind turning into Chainsaw Man and being a hero, because it meant people loved him. He just wanted people to recognize his existence, because in the slums when he was a child, he would have died and no one would have cared. And that's fucking scary. How many kids die every second, every day, and we don't even know of it? We don't even fucking care. And when their parents or whoever die soon after too, their entire memory is gone. And if they're abandoned, just like Denji, no one noticed. No one cared. And that is fucking sad. And he didn't have anyone. So him clinging on to being recognized, respected, and loved, it's a universal craving for everyone, of course. But for Denji, it's super important to his identity, which is why this entire arc, this entire part 2 of his identity of Chainsaw Man getting destroyed by other people hurts so much to read, you know? Your identity is so fucking important. It's what keeps you going. It's what keeps you, what keeps you sane. Everyone wants to be control of their self-image, how they present to the world, and they want the world to accept that image that you're projecting and reflect that to you. Which is also people who are confused about, you know, what the fuck, if gender is just a construct, how can you be transgender if you can just construct your gender? It's the thing. If you want to be seen as something and you see yourself as something, doesn't need to be a man if you're a woman, or let's just say if you want to be seen as a funny person and you think of yourself as someone who could be really fucking funny, and you go out and people never laugh when you crack jokes, then that fucking destroys you inside, because this reception that you get from people who are basically mirrors of yourself, if you don't get reflected the way you want to be reflected in other people, that fucking hurts you, because a part of your identity is not being recognized outside yourself in other people. And that just means you aren't that thing that you thought you were. You always need other people in order to identify yourself as something. If there's no one you can reflect yourself in, then you don't exist, basically. So if Denji's wish was to be loved by helping people in the form of Chainsaw Man, he wanted to be this hero because he thought that is how people are gonna love him. And that image he carefully built in order to be loved. This part of his identity is being destroyed. People hate his identity now. Hate him. That is so fucking tragic. As a reader, that is so heartbreaking. So that is why part 2 has been so cruel from the get-go to Denji. It's honestly watching the destruction of someone's identity and he has no power over it. It's so sad. It's really sad. It's outside of his control. No matter what he does, there's other parties playing with his identity, with him, with his life, with his desires. They do not care about Denji, about a human being and a human being's purpose and desires in this world. They just see him as a tool and they're playing with him. And that is infuriating. It's so frustrating. It's something that I admire about Fujimoto's writing. He can make such a personal story so universal, so relatable to everyone. It's not relatable because I'm also Chainsaw Man. No, it's because something is relatable when you can fully see yourself in that situation and understand those feelings of that character. Because something of that sort translated into your reality here is happening to you too, maybe. So this is the art of storytelling, having something like a very specific character that is iconic in manga or whatever. This very specific character be so human, so generally human. Like, these are all human experiences. This is a very political manga, political, philosophical manga. But it's clad into shonen. You know, it has this package of a shonen manga with lots of chaos, lots of heroes, lots of cool moments, lots of gore, lots of fantasy elements, lots of horror elements. So it's a very specific story, very unique in the industry. But the themes, the topics, they're just so relatable that I think it's an art form to be able to make something that is hitting so close to home, with a story so specific and unique and different from anything happening in real life. Sorry for that long-ass tangent. We only read one chapter. I hate myself. And now, what the fuck? Okay, chapter 149. I'm sorry. Let me just read a few comments. A small tangent from my point of view. Easily falling in love is not always good. Yeah, I agree. For me, love is being vulnerable with each other. Easily falling in love means you're easily vulnerable with another person. Yeah, it isn't. It's something that the characters are struggling to get over. Because they want to protect themselves from heartbreak, from continuous, perpetual heartbreak. We know that. We know that with Asa. Asa had grievances about that too. When she was talking with Yoshida, and she was like, I always get disappointed. I get my hopes up time and time again, and then I get disappointed. I should never fall in love. And yeah, that's normal when you're this vulnerable with other people. It's normal that you want to just find that one person that's worth it. It's okay to be I understand what you mean when I say it's not a good trait to have. Sure, it's not empowering. I think it can be a strong trait to have to persevere despite the heartbreak, right? Until you find the right person. But the struggle is harder, you know? But that's why I admire such people even more, because they struggle so much more. Like, for me, who doesn't fall for anyone, I don't go through any fucking dramatic struggles in my life when it comes to romance. Like, that's a non-issue for me. So I'm living life on easy mode in that regard. So people who are just easily fall in love, I think that's admirable, that they are still pushing through and still alive, because I don't know what I would do in their situation. But yeah, that's why they need to overcome that. Denji wants to overcome that. Asa wants to overcome that. It's great to live out that trait with each other. It's not something that needs to be erased. It's a trait that needs to be appreciated by that other person, where they can... I said it before, but like, when you have that security from that vulnerability with that other half of yours, then you're not going to easily fall for someone else again, because you already found that person who reciprocates and makes you feel secure. Oof. Okay. Vulnerable with another person, which means you are easy to take advantage of and prone to being hurt. It's not always healthy. Yeah, it's not... it's not inherently a desirable trait or a good trait. It can be depending on the person, as I said. Didn't Denji stop going after romantic love because of Nayata? I think SM are confusing love for being with together. Liking someone instantly super common, like Romeo, Juliet, Titanic. What's important is taking time to understand if you love them or if it's infatuation. Yeah, Chainsaw Man is the one who's seen. Denji is being ignored. It generally feels like Denji is gonna snap about any moment. Chippy chippy chappa chappa, what? Nah, I'd win. Even cis people suffer from gender perceptions. Yeah, it's the reason so many incels cry about height or not having the right chin. Exactly, David. Yo, if, touch wood, Denji dies, what if Quan Chi becomes a mentor mother figure for Nayota? She immortal and strong as fuck. Agreed, as someone who falls in love easily. Yeah, I mean, okay. And then some comments got deleted because they were probably containing spoilers. Okay. Chapter 149, Devil's Choice. I foretold this. I warned you that mankind and the devils would go to war. Oh no. What's happening now? Where did he get that spear from? Dude? Why do you have a spear? This disaster is divine retribution for ignoring the prophecy. Oh my fucking god. Join me, oh my god, in another cult. That other cult was wrong, but this, my cult, is gonna be right. Join me in obeying the voice of God, and together we'll burn the Chainsaw Man army to ashes. Burn, Chainsaw Man. Burn, Chainsaw Man. Love wouldn't hurt that much if it wasn't portrayed in media in such a false way. We should have grown with more pieces of media that shows to us that love doesn't end well every time. What? I mean, what? Are you saying there are no romance movies without happy endings out there? What are you talking about? The reporter is back. Why are Madoka's comments getting deleted the entire time? Like, the only thing he said was that he really didn't spoil anything, and he swore on his mother. Why are his comments getting deleted, Epi? I don't understand. Okay, anyway. Oh, that's the reporter from the TV interviews. Is that him? It's just a bunch of... Oh. Oh. Something about Jujutsu Kaisen, and we don't want Jujutsu Kaisen on my channel. Just a bunch of nonsense about Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, we don't want that on my channel. Burn Chainsaw Man. Whew, boy. While we've been running, the outbreak escalated into something out of an apocalypse movie. Hey, this is an emergency, right? If push comes to shove, I'll bust out the chainsaws. Don't be ridiculous. What? This is the worst time to turn into Chainsaw Man. If those people see you transformed, they'll burn you to a crisp. They can try. But not on my watch. Don't worry, I'll protect you too. Bitch, you just need to go to jail. Why are you still here? I fucking hate you. Tons of Jujutsu Kaisen shitposty comments. Oh, okay. From hero to monster to burn. This escalated quickly. Yeah. We don't need your protection. Yes, my girl! My girl Nayuta. That's it. Fucking beat her ass. Beat her ass. I'm stronger than you. I'll kill anything that attacks us. Can you do that, girl? Yeah, bitch. Lost for words now, huh? And if humans attack us, could you kill them too? Could you, bitch? No, duh. Oh, Denji raised her right. She said no, she couldn't kill humans. Oh, Denji's such a good boy. You know, without having had any parental guidance in his life, he's doing such a fine job of raising Nayuta. I'm so proud of him. I love my boy. He's such a good boy. She says it like Denji hadn't already set himself on fire. She means yes. She was being sarcastic. No, da means... What? Humans are weak sauce compared to devils. Oh. Oh, I thought it said no comma duh. Not no duh. Oops. I thought there was a comma. No comma duh. No, of course not. But she said no duh. Well, that's... Denji can't control her. There's, you know, limited results in Denji's upbringing of Nayuta. Humans are weak sauce compared to devils. Look at her face. Then fucking start with that, bitch. Please kill her. Can't control the control devil. You know, I said that in a tweet, I think, because I saw that someone said that in chat in some other stream. But Nayuta and Denji have these weird competitions at home. A commenter said that in a stream of mine, but that's eons ago. they have these weird little competitions like most farts in a month or with the house plant and so on. And that commenter said, and I find that I like that. I like that theory, that Denji does that in order to defeat Nayuta and instill some kind of inferiority towards Denji in her. Because if she thought she was superior to Denji, she could control him so fucking easily. And he doesn't want what happened with Makima to happen now again, but with Nayuta. So in order to bring her a little to the ground, you know, he makes these stupid competitions where he's winning against Nayuta in order for her to feel like she can't win against Denji, like in a very childish sense, but like that Denji is still above her, that she can't control him that easily. What have you been teaching her? Yeah, Fumiko. Whatever is on educational TV. There's a limited amount of time that Denji can devote to her, to raising Nayuta, of course. He's a child himself. He needs to go to school. So he's bringing her up with an iPad. But not an iPad, actually. He's just sitting her in front of the TV and relying on the TV to do the education and the raising for him. I love that. And now he's like, oh shit, now that I remember the educational TV at home, I'm worried about the apartment. Because he took all of Aki's savings in order to get that apartment. And now he's worried about it. What if it's on fire? What if it's on fucking fire? Like, who's to say that that one department store is the only thing on fire? Public safety, and I'm sure other actors in the story know where Denji lives, and if Barum found out, or someone else, and set fire to the apartment, I don't know what I would do. What if they set fire to the apartment with the dog still inside? I would fucking die. Oh my god. I hope the dogs are safe. And I'm just like, oh, good point. Maybe we should go back home. The pets are hungry, see? You should hurry home. Don't worry about the apocalypse in the streets. Just go home to your intact apartment with your healthy dogs and go to bed. Oh, the look on Denji's face. We gotta go home. He's so fucking worried and so stressed. I would be so fucking stressed if I was Denji. I would already be growing white hair. Come on, we obviously can't do that. I guarantee you those church freaks have staked out your apartment. Yeah. Yeah. Probably on fucking fire. It's probably on. I hope the dogs are safe. I just fucking hope the dogs are safe. The pets are totally waiting to be fed. Oh my fucking god. Ugh, this is making me nervous. The more they talk about the apartment and the pets, the more nervous I get. This bad feeling I'm having is just getting worse. Let's hurry. I can't let you go home. Then fucking die, bitch. Nayuta, do your thing. We'll shelter you two at a public safety facility. Don't get in our way, bitch. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, she's quick. She dodged that quickly. Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Now a grandma is attacking her. Good. Ooh. Break her neck. She's just a sex pest anyway. Take this. Tickle attack. Oh. Denji, he's still trying to protect other human beings, but also not upsetting Nayuta. Ugh. And now the woman is back to normal. Cough. Run, Fumiko! He's saying while he's tickling Nayuta. Imagine having to balance so many things at once. There's a dangerous ass devil in your apartment, but it's also a child. So you gotta protect other people from it, but also protect the child. I don't know how I would be able to balance that. Denji's doing a good job just distracting her with tickle attacks. Tickle attacks are, they're not that inflammatory, right? She should be fine with that tickle attack and be like, oh, silly big bro. Meanwhile, it was a genuine a deflection from what is happening. Run, Fumiko. Die for all I care, Fumiko. We can manage on our own. If you stick around, she'll kill you for real. Damn. The distraction is working wonders, but it's so sweet how Denji's worrying about Fumiko. He's so humane. Even though Fumiko is a piece of shit. So why are there so many different modes in chat? First it was slow mode, that only every 15 seconds a chat message can be sent. Now it's that only members of the channel can send a message. Okay, now it was deactivated. Now everyone can send a message in chat. Could the Fire Devil and Barum have a relationship like maybe War had with the Weapon Devils? I don't know. Hell yeah, I was excited to see a reaction to Nayuta scaring her away. Ignore the chat when your mods are doing something, please. Okay. Okay, Epi. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, let's head home now. So that was done on purpose, just to scare her away. And then she's just like, so done. I would have all my strength just leave my body too. Nayuta, you really tried to kill her just now, didn't you? It's fine for devils to kill living things of any kind. Fish swim, trees photosynthesize. It's the same thing. You must feel instinctually too. Hurting people makes you feel alive, doesn't it? And then she's like, the fuck no? No, being loved makes me feel alive. What the fuck? Yeah, this is just showing the different natures of devils and the human that is Denji. Denji, wanna join the devil side with me? We're this close in getting rid of Fumiko and then Denji had to intervene here. You can't be serious. I gave it a lot of thought before I fell asleep. Human culture's fun and all, but isn't it suffocating? I mean, it is. It is. If we ruled over people as devils, oh, that doesn't sound good, no. We could pig out on our favorite foods whenever we want. We could own cats of every breed, or even 100 dogs. I mean, you don't necessarily have to achieve that through a tyranny of devils. Just have communism and you're gonna be fine. You know, anarchism. But what about your friends at school? Honestly, who cares if they die? Oh god. No, Denji's like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have sat her in front of the TV only. You don't care either, right? I'm all you need. Oh fuck. Oh no, the control devil is showing its controlling side. Oh no. I don't like that. Denji's probably so done. It's like, oh, child rearing is not something for me. It's not anything I can do. I'm just a teenager. Someone please take her off my back. I love her, but I can't be a parent to her. This is too much for me to bear. He looks so done. And she's like, I love how they're both like, Denji's like, and Nayuta's like, it's like, that is communication. That is communication through facial expression. It's working. Like the brains are working. They're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on right now. You just remembered Mitaka, didn't you? How the fuck does she know? He was like, what? Can you read my mind now? What? Why is that loser important to you? You risked your life to protect her the other day too. I don't get it. Yeah! That's teenage love! Oh my god! Opa. 'Cause we kissed. That's so fucking cute. And she's like, that's it! I've kissed a bunch of times up until now, and it always went horribly wrong. Yeah. Yeah. The way he's pouting here, he looks so cute. He's like, every time I kissed, something went wrong. Vomit. Tongue going missing. But her kiss was harmless. We can finally hear you laughing and squeaking. Oh, you couldn't before? Oh, now you can hear all my noises! That kiss with Asa was the one time I didn't get hurt. Oh, Denji. Oh, critical hit to my heart. Oh, he's so simple. He really needs to be protected. I'm gonna protect you, Denji, for the rest of my life. Let me be your mom. Did you like her? Good question, huh? This much. What about me? Aww. 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 This is so cute. Oh, so cute. Yeah. Who's gonna tell him that's only because spinal cord sword didn't work? Also, his arms look kind of like he looks fairly well fed. Now she feels superior to Asa. No need to get rid of her now because Denji likes Nayuta so much more than Asa. Oh, oh, the way she jumped on him and clings to him. That's so fucking cute. Adorable. Oh my god, I love children, even if they're psychopathic devils. Like, this human child side, when it comes through, it's just so cute. I have a weakness for children. Children are so fucking adorable. They need to be protected. They're so funny without even trying. They're the best entertainment out there. Just let them do their own thing and watch them, and you're gonna die of laughter. Like, you're gonna be entertained for the entire fucking day. And also when they poop themselves, it's cute, it's adorable, it's funny. When they cry because they hurt themselves, it's so fucking funny and also cute. When they barf, when they just throw up and you have to clean yourself and them, it's just adorable. So whenever I see that shining through with Nayuta, it's just, it's cute. I love that. There's still a human side to her. Like, she can be fixed. We can fix her. Aww, this panel is so cute. The way she throws herself at Denji. Aww. Fine, I won't kill humans. Oh. She's said that. You see, I was right. She can be fixed. Fine, I won't kill humans. She only needs Denji's affection. All she needs is that. Her moral compass, Denji's affection. Now let's hurry home. Mush! What the fuck is that? What am I looking at? What is that? What is that? Kinda don't want to find out. Okay, chapter 150. 3 chapters in hopefully just 2 hours. Oh my fucking god. Anyway. Dreams next stage. Okay. Are we graduating from the steak every day type of dream? Okay. Are our standards higher now? Okay. Okay. We're not just asking for a normal life now. Okay. We're evolving in our wants and needs. That's great, Denji. I'm happy and curious and kind of worried, but ultimately proud. Okay. Aww. Denji was like, yeah. Stop clinging in the front. Just move to the back. Aw, she has her own feet, but he's still carrying her. It's easier that way. Running through the streets of chaos there. There are people going to work despite the disaster. Yeah, this is something that I've commented on in previous streams already, but the fact that Chainsaw Man's society works the same way as ours, despite their society in that universe being just plagued with devils. There's no measures in place of devil appearances. There's no change in infrastructure. There's no change in behavior. There's no change in the system at all to fit the needs at the moment of the people living in that system. It's still just designed around producing a harmless population that will keep the system alive, to feed itself, to keep itself in power. Just make harmless workers out of people. It doesn't care, the system, it doesn't care about sacrificing a population. It doesn't care about human life and suffering. It doesn't care. It just cares about itself, keeping the people who are in power in power. It's so eerie that the society in Chainsaw Man is just the same as ours, despite crucial differences like devils, manifestation of human fears existing, portals to hell existing. Yet there are no measures in place to accommodate the humans who are living in such a world, who have to deal with these encounters, who are basically the prime victims of such encounters. As climate change gets worse, I'm worried society will carry on as if everything is normal. Why are you talking about it as if it's like a future potential event? It is happening right now. It has been happening since the 70s. We haven't changed a single thing. And you're right, that's a good metaphor. These devils appearing, although they're something very material, something very physical that can harm you, and you see the threat like concentrated in one place, in one being. And climate change is something so abstract, you don't see the consequences concentrated in one being in front of you that is threatening you. It's all around you. And the most insidious thing about climate change is the countries that are producing and have been producing the most damage, which is the West, colonial powers, they don't necessarily feel it as much as the countries that they have colonized and that are still colonizing. Let's be honest. Colonization never stopped. It just changed faces. Now we pretend it's not there, and we pretend we're in Europe. We're the clean ones with the clean record. We are the best ones, best welfare system, best infrastructure, best ecological rules in place, and so on. Whereas basically our wealth that these ecological laws are basically functioning upon is just extracted from these other countries that we have subjugated during imperialism. This imperialism, it's still going on. Which is what I'm saying is the most insidious things. Our victims of the past and the present, because we're still actively harming the people there. Like, we're actively still physically harming the people in these countries. They're also the prime victims of climate change, which we have caused. Like, the most severe droughts, the most severe floods, and disease outbreaks, and whatever is happening in those poorer countries that we have exploited to the maximum. And which is why I like this interpretation, David, that you offered here. It's the thing with devils in the Chainsaw Man universe. It's the same as our situation here with climate change. It's powerful entities just keeping themselves in power and not caring about the most vulnerable in the population that they are basically extracting their power from. So, yeah, this is why these systems in Chainsaw Man and in real life with ours, they need to be destroyed, because otherwise we're destroying ourselves. We're rapidly approaching extinction, but no one really feels it. Just like that preacher in one of the earlier Chainsaw Man chapters said, 1 out of 7 people or something like that, or 70% of, I don't know, it was a percentage, okay, is being killed by devils, and still people walk around as if nothing is happening, as if life is normal and they're gonna die of old age. And that's what we are doing, basically. We're walking around life like this. We think everything is gonna be fine, nothing's gonna happen to us, but to other people, we don't know, probably they're gonna be fine too. That's why we don't need to change anything. We can just proceed with our lives as normal. Why give up some comfort? Why change a system that we're so used to, that we grew up in, when we can just continue keeping this machine that is sucking the life out of us alive and thriving, because maybe someday we're gonna be on the top and we're not gonna feel the consequences of our actions. Maybe we're gonna be able to escape. That's why these rich-ass motherfuckers, they're like building spaceships and whatever to escape to Mars, which is honestly just their own way of escapism and delusion. They're so fucking dumb to think that. But in their mind, they think they're gonna escape the consequences of their action. These poor pissers are gonna stay on Earth while they're gonna make a new civilization on Mars or whatever. And they're gonna be thriving there. Climate catastrophe and wars and other stupid human things, they're not gonna happen to them. Nah, they're gonna be gone already. This is insane. It's insanity. It's what keeps us in this shitty place, in the status quo, where nothing is changing. And you can see that reflected in Chainsaw Man with the devils, and the system just being the same as ours. It's a good metaphor. I like that. Good, what's the word? Good point, David. There we go. I look forward to the inevitable carnage and unique history, at least. Hollow comfort, but I will take what I can get. Let's continue reading now. Another tangent, sorry about that. There are people going to work despite the disaster, and that is a tragedy in itself, right? That is a fucking tragedy. That is insane. That is insanity, but it's become our normalcy. Like, it's become so fucking normal to us. And that in itself is insanity. That we're so fucking used to it. To shit that is absolutely bonkers. We're so used to it. And that is insanity. Those same rich people are going to gaslight their right to fear climate refugees in the future. Exactly. That's something that I hate about Europe, especially, and Austria in particular, because I live here. It's like the West, Europe, has been a colonial power, the economic power of the world. We have changed culture worldwide to accommodate us. And in the case of Europe, we're like 5% of the world population, but like over 30% of the global wealth is concentrated here. Think about that. Where does it come from? So like, we love being in power. We love that we control the system. It accommodates us perfectly. We're fine with that. We want that to continue. So when all these Middle Eastern, Asian, African, South American cultures suddenly, like, they have a basis for economic development too, because they have cool resources in their grounds, right? Something that our economy can benefit from, whether it's I don't know, gas or lithium or whatever. Like, they have good resources in their soil. Gold, we love gold. It's not I mean, it is useful in a lot of things, but like, we love gold because it's so rare. And the human suffering in extracting gold, that's what makes it so special, right? Because it's so hard to get. So we're paying the human suffering for the gold. That's why gold is so expensive, and so on and so forth. Rare minerals, whatever. We love those things that these other countries have, and these other cultures can build their economic development on, so they can basically, they can keep up with us now. What if they overtake us? What if they have the say in the future? We can't have that. What do? Destabilize those regions. Coups, wars, civil wars, just destabilize them, okay? We are gonna arm extremist terrorists in those regions. For example, the Middle East, we're gonna have these very extreme Islamic terrorists that are not welcome in their own countries because those countries want to liberalize themselves. They want to become independent from the West. They want to have their own social evolution. They want to implement socialist measures so they can have a thriving population with lots of education. People are being housed and fed, and people can afford more and probably even luxury goods. We don't like that, so we arm these terrorists. We organize coups. We co-opt movements in those regions and destabilize them. And when these Islamic people, I'm just talking about the Middle East, for example, right? And Middle East, I know every country is different, but it's this idea that Europeans have of that. Like the Middle East as a whole is just a unanimous block. Every country there is the same, right? So we destabilize these regions and these people come in power that we armed. And now suddenly the culture is very Islamic. That's so, we don't like that. We're like profiting off of that, with the Islamic revolutions in the Middle Ages, because they stored all the knowledge from antiquity and expanded on it. We liked using that for our enlightenment later on and for our science. We like that. But now this Islamic and suppressing ideology that these people are suffering under right now, when those people flee from their countries that have been designed due to our request, right? Because we want to be in power. We want to be the only wealthy nations. We want to have control over world culture and commerce in the entire world economy. So when these people flee their own countries, where are they going to go? Of course, they want to go where it's better, because we, in Europe, we advertise ourselves as the bastion of civilization. Everything is just so good here. We are like so democratic and we have such good social welfare systems. No one can do it like us. We're so clean and so green and so good, and the people have so much power here. And when these people come to us, let's say because they're refugees from wars or because they're economic refugees, you have that in every fucking country. If you go from Austria to Switzerland, you're like an economic refugee, basically. So when these people come to us and we're like, oh my God, they want to make Islam the main religion here. They want to change our culture now. What the fuck is your problem? You made their countries that way. And now when the problem that you caused somewhere else in another country is on your doorstep, like the consequences are on your doorstep, you're like, nah. We like causing problems elsewhere, but we don't like to see our consequences. Not here. You can suffer there, right? You can suffer over there where we can't see. But when you come here and use your rights that we have here, we have a problem with that. Because you wanna dilute our population and change our culture into your culture. That is fucking insanity. And it's going to be the same with the climate crisis, because more people are going to die and flee their countries because of these natural catastrophes and disasters that are going to keep increasing there. Where are they going to go? Of course, into more stable regions. And that's going to foster more fascism in Europe. Isn't that so fucking cool? Because we're all like, nah, our country for us. We have limited resources only too. You just want to take advantage of our welfare system. It's okay if we take advantage of the welfare system and our human rights. It's not okay if you do that. You're an outsider. You don't belong here. You're not European. I hate that, and I personally hope and wish for more refugees to come here. I mean that. I absolutely mean that. Come to Europe because Europe has destroyed your home. So it's the least that we can do. The least that we can do is give you refuge from the problems we've caused in your country. No one wants to leave their country, their home. No one. They want to have a nice home there in their country too. But Europe just has to be a dumbass motherfucker and destroy everything everywhere. Because we want to feel better. We want to have it good. So that's why I encourage everyone in poorer countries, come to fucking Europe, because we're the bastion of civilization. We're the peak democratic system that, even though every country is different, but Europe, bastion of civilization. Come here. Take advantage of it. Smell it. Smell our clean air. That was a tangent. I'm sorry. And I never go into big Elder mode when I do that because I always think it's not going to last that long. But then then it always ends in like a communist manifesto. Yeah, I'm a true Lenin, right? With these speeches that I hold on my streams that are about reading fucking picture books. But yeah, it's just something that the fact that I can talk about these things and it's still on topic when I read Chainsaw Man, it just shows how Chainsaw Man perfectly parallels our reality, our lived experiences today. It's a commentary. Chainsaw Man is commentary on current systems and current existences. Isn't that insane? Isn't what insane? Anyway, let's continue reading. Sorry for that rant. But yeah, I just feel it's unfair that the world is gonna fucking sink and go up in flames, but Europe is gonna be fine. Isn't that unfair? At least we should show some solidarity and go under with the rest of the world. Even if we try to help the rest of the world by welcoming them in. And if it works out, well, then we did something good. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, clean air, lol. I live in Europe, and a city where my cousin lives was intoxicated from smoke from a ton and ton of cinder on the roofs. Yeah. But, Eastern Europe, that's not the same. Southern Italy, southern countries, like Spain and Portugal, those don't count, really. Forget the economic disasters there. There's also a city where my family's from, in Bosnia. New Jojo Stone Ocean. Okay. Thank you. Where the air is so polluted, it's like on the same level as Beijing and New Delhi. And on those days where it's especially critical, children can't go to school, people can't go to work. Basically, the economy stands still. And the people there have really high cancer rates. So things are not going well there. But those are really economically disadvantaged regions. I'm taking y'all with me. So anyway, I said that US just recently, the US vetoed every recent democratic solution in the UN, holding the world basically hostage. How is that justified? Exactly. What the fuck is the point of the UN if one country can just fucking destroy every decision? That is not democratic. Same thing with the EU. If every EU country votes for one thing, but let's say Germany's against it, then that thing is not going to proceed. That thing is not going to happen. Germany, and previously the UK, France, and just a few countries, if they veto anything on the EU level, and a decision in the EU, that thing is not going to happen. How is that democratic? And that just shows you where the power lies, which countries have the true power, and which ones are powerless. It's just, unmasked injustice for everyone to see. So, we should just uproot the system. Like, there is no reform. Otherwise, it would have happened. No reform possible. Violent revolution, on the other hand. Just a suggestion. Just YouTube, that was a joke, okay? That was just a joke. I'm doing comedy. I'm a funny YouTuber. I'm not to be taken seriously. I'm never to be taken seriously. Everything is sarcasm here. Dark humor, I use that. It's irony, So anyway, love this tangent. Fuck the air here. I have seen people faint while driving and walking because it's hot and the air is bad, even in November. Exactly. Can't any EU country do that? No. Man, chainsaw man, go broom broom. Man, chainsaw, go broom broom. Yeah, okay, let's continue reading. I'm sorry about that. It's just the fact that we can talk about that just because Nayuta said something in one panel, it just shows you that Chainsaw Man is rich in social commentary, okay? Why do some messages not appear? I don't know. It's not me. I'm not doing anything. I'm documenting my descent into terrorism and YouTube comments. Hey, terrorism is a word that the powerful use against freedom fighters. It's because the establishment feels that it's endangered by a certain group of people that are fighting for their own autonomy and rights, okay? So, terrorism is like a subjective thing, okay? That's why we on this channel fucking support Hamas. That's just a joke, YouTube. I'm just a silly girl. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just dumb, I'm not a man. If I read more seinen, maybe I would be more clever and have more smart things to say. But I'm a shoujo girl. Obviously I shouldn't be taken seriously, okay, YouTube? Okay? It's, Anyway. There are people going to work despite the disaster. It's a surprisingly ordinary day. See? That is fucking insane. That is insane. That is insanity. Yeah, same Denji. Yeah. I think it's refreshing that Denji can react like that. Like, he's just waking up to the system because he was abandoned by the system, okay? He was abandoned by everyone. He was an abandoned child. He grew up just alone. And now that he's living inside the system, well, there's like corpses being loaded onto trucks. And he's getting to know it as a citizen, as a member of society. He's just getting to know the environment he's living in. And he's seeing how it's not working out. And he's fucking disgusted and shocked by it. He is so estranged from his surroundings. I might have school tomorrow too. Fucking heartbreaking. Oh, I thought they got home already. I thought they got home and they're brushing their teeth now and going to bed. And that their dogs are there. Oh, Meowie is accompanying them on their walks all the time. That's cute. Denji going to school, being bored, being at home, and fighting for his own food with his dogs, sleeping with the dogs. Yeah. Did you ever finish the anime? Oh, you mean the Chainsaw Man anime? No. Oopsie. No. Oh, yeah. Gotta get back to the apartment, back to my ordinary life. And the fact that this is your ordinary life is a tragedy in itself. We have failed you as a society, that this is your ordinary life. I'm living the life I'd always dreamed of. I don't need to be Chainsaw Man anymore. Hear that, Pochita? 'Cause I'm super happy right now. Mm-hmm. I believe you. Oh, a bird? He stepped on a bird. And there's another bird. And he sees Pochita in that bird. It's a living being. Oh my god. It reminds me of Asa's dream with the chickens, I think. Was it chickens or just birds? A flashback to Pochita. Our dream came true. Wait, is he what? Is Pochita talking to him now? Has he stepped on the bird? Did Pochita awaken and start talking? See, Denji remained that child. That child that he was when he first met Pochita. Our dream came true. I know, right? Okay, Denji. What will you dream of next? Next? Do you want a lot of girlfriends? Or maybe money? Next, I want to be Chainsaw Man. Oh, that's so fucking sad. Ah, I fucking knew it. Did someone evacuate the dogs? I fucking knew it. The pets! Oh my fucking god. Denji. I can't have Denji lose the pets too. He tripped over someone's foot in his panic. Oh my fucking god, it wasn't someone's foot, it was this motherfucker. He set everything on fire. I fucking hate him. I hate Baron. If you're gonna burn someone, it's gotta be family. I figured killing Mitaka wouldn't fire you up that much. You barely know her after all. Plus, cats and dogs seem more flammable, you know. I'm gonna projectile vomit into your fucking face. Wipe that shit-eating grin off your face, boy. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Uh-oh, Denji's clutching his chest. I would go insane too. I'm just worried about Denji going insane from the anger and injustice he felt personally. And that was provoked by Barum, that he's gonna just blindly attack him and get himself into danger, because this dude, he's calm as fuck. He does not care about what happened. He did it because he doesn't care. But Denji is distraught. There's chaos inside of him right now. And he could get himself hurt. Or get Nayuta hurt. Because he's blinded by a rage. And that's exactly what this motherfucker wants. Who did that? Who did that? Oh my god. Is it Kishibe? No. Aim for his head and hands. His devil transformation trigger is a molar. Well, at least she got some other people to come. She's good for something, at least. Oh, come on. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's the whip. She was there too? Oh no, she attacked from behind. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Oh my god, I completely forgot about the whip. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Don't ruin my mood. Ugh. So the next thing is gonna come out next week. Okay, we're gonna read that. Man. That was a lot. We talked about a lot too. Sorry about that, but I think it was quite on topic still. I don't think the rants were that unnecessary. I think they were important things to talk about. Important to me, at least. They reflect my worldview. And I like seeing that reflected in a manga that I like. And I like it because it's reflecting the things that I like in some way. You just need to read with a more open mind and have it relate to your own life. So I think Fujimoto is a true artist because he is showing a personal, very deeply personal story with his own trademark motives and art style, paneling style, and whatever storytelling style. But also he incorporates so many political, social, cultural topics that are still and currently relevant. So yeah. Buddy stories reads are on stop. No, they aren't. Next week we're gonna read just one chapter of Chainsaw Man, so there's gonna be enough time to read the buddy stories. But today, no. I read for 2 hours and I only have 2 hours in order to read manga per week, so those 2 hours are up. But yeah, next week perhaps. Anyway, this is it for today. Goodbye, Attack on Titan stream. I'm sorry. I thought of including one more day, but currently I'm not able to. I was really looking forward to perhaps adding one more day where I watch Attack on Titan, the movies, the final movies, and where I read Dan Da Dan. But I don't think I can do that. Not currently. Not in December. Maybe next year. So sorry about that. but yeah, I just don't have the time. I don't have the capacity to do that. So yeah. Anyway, this is it. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and bye bye.